What's up, guys? Welcome back to Views, the podcast where it's getting quieter in my house. There's less and less people here now with the outbreak among us.
Yes.
It's just Jason, actually the most susceptible to the virus, is still coming over
I just saw Zane
every day.
and he was like, Jason, wash your hands. I'm like, why are you yelling? I'm not a grandpa.
We want to make sure we don't fucking lose ya. All right, roll intro music. Guys, this is the Views podcast. I'm David. That's Jason.
What's up, guys?
What is up? What's going on? What's new?
Hey, man, I'm here to record this podcast and then go right back home.
Yeah, isn't that fucking crazy?
It's so sad. You know, this whole thing has really, really, really made me appreciate life.
It is crazy how, like, today I woke up and the sun was shining.
Yeah.
And for a second...
Gorgeous day today here.
Yeah, the prettiest. And I forgot that there was, like, a pandemic going on. Like, it was, like, crazy. Because the first couple days of Corona, it was, like, raining. Yeah. And it all made sense. I was like, oh, yeah, it's raining. You shouldn't be outside. But now that it was sunny, it confused me even more. I was like, it's so nice out. Like, this is so, like, misleading. Like, I feel like I should be out there, but really everyone's still stuck inside.
There's nowhere to go. Charlie said to me today, she goes, remember last week when we could go to dinner? And I thought, yeah, I remember.
That's fucking crazy.
Have you been to, like, Starbucks or anything?
No.
It's bizarre, man.
Why?
Well, like, you're still supposed to support your businesses, which is I have been doing. So I do order my Starbucks in the morning. I mobile order it, and then I go in, and there's no chairs, there's no tables, and it's really weird.
Oh, you can't sit at tables or chairs?
So then I saw everyone that I know at the Starbucks. They're like, Jason. I'm like, hey, guys, what's up? And then I, like, started to chat with them standing, and then they were like, you gotta go. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, wow. Are the employees wearing masks?
No, they're not wearing masks.
That's so interesting.
But it's just...
they should definitely be wearing masks, no? Like a green mask? They can make the Starbucks thing.
I guess that's actually a good thought. I didn't think of that. I will not be going there tomorrow.
Especially if they're making your drinks.
They are making the drinks.
I mean, actually, my first fear would be for the employees. I feel like they see so many fucking people that they're definitely going to
100%, yeah.
And then handling money, oh my God, they should just get rid of cash. No cash, just swipe the credit card. I don't want to touch it. Or just wear gloves. Yeah, that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was talking to somebody and they were like, I think this is going to last like 6-7 months.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is going to be like a long, long time.
I'm trying to be more positive than that. I'm trying to think that it...
Do you think there's a chance that it'll last a couple of months?
I think it'll be a couple months.
Couple what?
Couple months.
Really?
Yeah. Before, like, we can, like... And I don't want to... I'm just a guess. That's what I'm hoping. But yeah, sure. I can see it going until the end of the year, of course.
You think there's going to be a moment where they come out with a vaccine and everyone goes, that's what we're waiting for, right? A vaccine.
Yeah. I mean, we're flattening the curve. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get as few people sick as possible so that they can come out with a vaccine in time.
Right. And then when the vaccine is out, then everything will go back to normal.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
I mean, the important thing is we should tell everybody, wash your hands, stay inside.
Right.
Don't congregate in big groups.
That's crazy,
and just do your best to, like, really take this on and don't, and fight the virus. That's how you fight it.
I watched the movie Contagion yesterday.
I've never seen it.
Oh my God.
I heard it's just like what's going on now.
It's very close, except
it's number 4 on iTunes.
Oh yeah, it's trending. Every end of the world movie is trending currently. Like World War Z, The Day After Tomorrow, like even the ones like that have to do with like tornadoes and like floods. Like everything is trending because everyone thinks they're dying. So yeah, I've been watching those. But yeah, no, Contagion is like, I don't know if the disease is worse in that movie, but like it's like killing everybody. Yeah. Like left and right, kids, women, everybody, like children, the whole thing. I said kids and children twice. Kids, children, toddlers, infants.
Rascals,
little guys. No, in the movie, it's like killing everybody. I think it had a much bigger mortality rate than Corona. It's so crazy. What are you supposed to do?
You're supposed to just like
Jimmy Fallon now does his show from at home. Did you see?
He's doing it from home.
Yeah. His wife is behind the camera.
His wife's a camera woman, and his daughter paints the all the graphics.
Logo, yeah.
So she painted the Jimmy Fallon logo.
And that's really cool.
And when he has a guest on, she writes out the guest. So today he had like Lil Manuel on.
Lil Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, Lil Manuel Miranda on. Sorry, he had Lil Manuel.
He was rapping.
Miranda on. Fuck, I can't talk. And he was like playing the piano in his house.
Really?
Yeah, and like you saw like other celebrities are putting on concerts now. Like John Legend today was putting on a concert on his Insta stories.
Chris Martin.
Charlie Puth, Chris Martin. That's the craziest one in my opinion.
Crazy.
To see someone like Chris Martin play. That's like so fucking cool.
I mean, there's a lot of good things that are happening from this. Like, for instance, I got invited to go away with my ex-wife and all her friends.
Where?
We're gonna maybe go away to like an Airbnb in Los Olivos.
Why are they inviting you?
Because, you know, the world might be ending, so the kids should see their father.
What's the plan with this Airbnb? Explain it to me.
Nothing. It's just like she's going to go away maybe. Today she was like, oh, you should come. Well, I kind of invited myself, and she didn't object.
Right.
But yeah, I'll tell you who's thriving during this. My dad. Oh, my God.
How come?
Fucking been doing nothing for 30 years. He loves it. I called him. I was like really scared. My dad's in his 70s. I was like, oh man, I gotta check in on Dad. Hope he's all right. I'm like, hey, how you doing? You're okay? He's like, yeah, it's great. He's like, no problem here.
Yeah,
Like you could just see he was so excited that there was no longer any pressure for him to do anything. You know what I mean? No, like here's the example. Like you know, I always like run around with my kids or whatever. So when I go to Boston, I'll be like, Dad, let's go to Urban Air. You know, like let's go to the trampoline park. And he'll be like, wow, what do I want to do that for? Like he never wants to do anything. Now, for people that want to do nothing, this is great.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like, I want to also do nothing, but there's such a guilty feeling in the back of my head. And then another side of it is like I feel like I'm using this as an excuse to be lazy when I shouldn't be. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like in the back of my head, I'm like, should I go do something? But then I'm like, no, it's better for everybody if I just stay in bed.
Right.
Like that's how I'm thinking about it.
For us, where we go, like you have to go through that, where you have to process that. Like, oh, okay, like we can't go anywhere, and that's really hard for us. For me, not doing anything for the last couple of days, I've reflected so much. Like we go like 1,000 miles an hour, like, and so it's really hard for people like us to be like, oh, nothing.
Yeah, I saw a post today. They were like, just because you're staying at home doesn't mean you need to write the next bestseller. Doesn't mean you need to start the next podcast. Doesn't mean you need to plan out the rest of your life. Just take some time and reflect on everything.
Yeah. It should be a very reflective period, like thinking about everything that we don't get to do. Like
I just can't seem like I agree with that partially because in the last 2 days I've literally been reflecting on my reflection on the television screen because I've been just watching movies. Yeah. But also part of me is just like I feel like I should be doing something.
Yeah.
Right? Like there needs to be like a new form of my way of being creative. I don't know. Natalie and I went on live stream today on Instagram.
How was that?
Pretty fun.
It's fun. We started out at like 130,000 viewers and then it dropped to like 100,000. I was like, fuck this. We got to get off. Because I'm like, Jesus, 30,000 people. We're just like, okay, on board.
Yeah.
And like that fucks with you. So I was just like, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Have you found yourself starved for like the
attention?
No, like starved for any kind of interaction. Like today, Brandon Calvillo, I was FaceTiming with him, and he goes, I bought some weights because I can't go to the gym, and we weren't trying to be funny or anything, and I was like dead serious. I was like, oh, let me see the weights, and then he like got the weights and he got on camera,
and he's like showing you,
and he starts like lifting weights, and David, I wasn't trying to be funny at all. I go, oh. How many pounds are those weights?
Oh my God.
And Brandon was like, they're 30s. And then I was like, that's a lot. That's a lot to be, you know.
Yeah, that was your human interaction.
Yeah.
Did you guys just catch yourselves and start laughing?
We just started fucking busting out laughing. We were like, oh my God,
what has this come to? Yeah.
And then he even texted me. He's like, if you want later, he's like, I can like work out some more and you can watch. And I was like, yeah, later.
What I think is crazy is I think like you know, when we do go out to like get groceries, if we see somebody we know, it's crazy like when they give you the elbow to bump. Like you know what I mean? Like it's crazy that like we're all on this like same like we've
Howie Mandel wavelength.
Yeah, we're all on the same wavelength. Like, oh, we got an elbow.
Yeah.
Like, hey, how was your quarantine going? Like, it's crazy how everybody on Earth is going through this like, you know, pandemic or whatever it is, and like you go to a store and you meet a random person and they're bumping your elbow. Like that's such a bizarre thing. How it's like the new way of life now.
I know. Have you thought about how good it's gonna feel like when we all go out to dinner again for the first time, or when we all like go to a concert again for the first time? Like it's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Like if we get, let's say, pray like this summer we all get to go to Lollapalooza or wherever.
Right.
We'll be like, holy fuck! Like this is the best.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm super optimistic. It feels like the ending to like one of these movies where it's just like where it's like half the population's gone, and then the main character goes, now we have to rebuild. Like it feels like that's what it's gonna be. Like in my head, I just don't see it going back to normal. I don't know why. I'm just being so dramatic about it. Like it's just like, I can't imagine everyone just being like, okay, time to go out and just start living our lives again.
No, it will go back to normal. We just have to flatten the curve. We just gotta,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's like going really bad, and it's also crazy like the different people I talk to. Like,
who have you talked to?
Well, like at first I was like one of those kids that was like, well, it doesn't affect me, whatever, who cares, right?
Right.
Like if I get sick, I don't get sick. And then all I was reading up on and all the people I was talking to were like, dude, like it doesn't matter if it doesn't affect you. You gotta watch out because you can infect somebody that it will affect, or somebody that will get sick. And now I talk to those kids. I talk to like the younger kids, and they go, oh, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to get sick. And now I'm like, I've changed my opinion completely. And I'm like, what are you, crazy? You're so stupid.
Yeah.
And it's just like I'm going through these waves of like who I'm talking to. Like sometimes I'll talk to people that don't care. And then sometimes I'll talk to people that are like completely overreacting.
Don't you know somebody who has it?
Yeah, a girl we're friends with has it.
I don't know anybody that has it. Was she really sick?
I don't think she's showing symptoms as of right now, but she tested for it because her boyfriend had it.
Oh.
And she tested positive.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's so early, like it could come out in a week or so. We don't know, right?
Right.
That's crazy.
Dang.
And it's crazy how it's going to take so long to come up with the vaccine. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand how that's like not done quicker now. I don't know.
It's crazy how they estimate like you can have the vaccine in a couple months or in 2 years. It's just like there's like this huge gap between.
Yeah, you just don't know.
But it can also be here in a week, right? Isn't it just like plugging in the right numbers and getting lucky? Like, isn't that how the vaccine works?
Yeah.
Like getting lucky to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a lot of trials, and maybe the first trial is good.
But let's talk about something light, guys. Why don't we read an ad?
You know that Honey is a free online shopping tool that automatically finds the best promo codes and applies them to your cart. And you know how great it feels to save. But how does it feel to save with Honey? Saving with Honey feels like sliding into a seat on the train just before the door closes. Jay, what did you buy that Honey saved money on?
Well, I love to go to Banana Republic.
Right.
And I buy my underwear and my socks there.
Should you buy it online now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so much easier. And
I have to.
And now with a lot of people purchasing things online, Honey is more important than ever.
But that's just not the only thing. You can do anything on there. You can do Best Buy, J. Crew, Nordstrom.
Anything. Macy's, Target, Sephora. Guys, Honey has found its over 18 million members, over $2 billion in savings. Did you know that Honey supports over 30,000 stores online? Users love Honey. That's why it has over 100,000 five-star reviews on the Google Chrome store. Using Honey feels pretty great. Think of it as a little daily victory. Plus, it's free to use and installs in just a few seconds. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/views. That's joinhoney.com/views. Guys, I'm feeling like I've officially turned into Natalie. I have a huge wine glass in my hand, full of wine, and I haven't showered. And we're just here. Natalie's now taking a picture of me because I resemble her so much.
I just got a text from Jack.
Our manager?
Our manager, yeah. I just sent Natalie some ideas for live streaming at David's. Karaoke. Game night. Twister. Expensive Jenga. Which I don't know what expensive Jenga means.
Jack, you're nuts.
Cooking contest. Live charades. Uno. Every kid in the United States is currently sitting on the couch, either on the phone watching TV or on a laptop, or
He's
on
turning
phone.
into Hulk Hogan.
Brother, listen, David, you got to capitalize on this.
Favorite pizza place, Jason, go.
In California?
Yeah.
Prime Pizza.
Why don't you say like Papa John's or like DiGiorno or like...
You said LA, you should have said...
Oh, well, yeah, no, I mean like in LA you can get Papa John's.
Yeah, I said Prime Pizza.
Okay, out of all pizzas...
You are so funny with food, bro. You are the weirdest food person I've ever met in my entire life.
Why?
You have literally the worst taste out of anyone I know, and you are the most arrogant about food.
Why?
It is unreal. It is unreal.
I have good taste buds. Jay, look at this. Look at it this way. Listen,
Yeah.
Pizza, there's something special about pizza where companies like Domino's almost have like a spell under it. Like, you know, like when you go to movie theaters and the popcorn has a certain smell that like entices you to go buy popcorn?
Yeah.
That's like the same thing with like mainstream pizza. I think it has like a taste that's more like consumable than like a good pizza in New York.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's the cheapest way to make pizza. And dude, these guys started because investors, people have a lot of money. They started these companies.
Listen, I know you have 7.
That's why places like Fernanda's doesn't do well because they don't have big people investing in it. Like these companies are. So
I can't wait till you open a pizza store to see what it's like.
You know what? I will. Just because you said that, I'm gonna open up a pizza store.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, David, you'll never, mark my words, right here on this podcast. No. Keep this in. Keep this in. You will never open a pizza place ever.
Oh, you wait and see.
Oh yeah, okay. David's Pizza, Dobrik's. Right. What are you gonna call it? Dobrik's?
That doesn't sound so bad. It sounds pretty good.
Oh wait, is that how you're spelling it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even think of that.
Guys, Jeff just came back from New York. He landed. He's from like New York. He went to a funeral, and the guy that passed away, the guy's name was Vinny.
Yeah, of course.
His fucking cousin Vinny passed away. He was at his cousin Vinny's fucking funeral.
Yeah.
Where the fuck do your friends get these names? Like Jeff telling us he has to go to his cousin Vinny's funeral. I thought he was fucking with us. That literally is 100% a line from some kind of a movie.
When I went and met you for the first time, I went back to your hometown. I was so fucking pleased because I was like, oh, these are the real Italians. This is like real fucking New York shit.
Yeah, I was worried about flying there because the planes is where they're saying you get the virus, but when you get there and all the Italians just have to kiss each other all over their cheeks to say hello, you realize you're in trouble.
Jeff's the last person we should be hanging out with.
No, you are actually, you've been sick for the past 6 months. I'm in perfect health.
Our producer, Zain Hijazi.
I am fact checker, so everything that they say, I make sure that they're saying it correctly or not saying it.
We are all staying in this house together. We are all young and healthy.
Yeah.
We have nothing to worry about. We're all super young. I know that's like the theme here.
It's
I know
the
you guys.
truth, man. We're all young and vital and just at the prime of our existence right now. So
Yeah, hey, did you know CVS stands for Coronavirus Store?
Is that true?
Yeah, 100% true. I researched it.
Do you repeat jokes throughout podcasts?
I just repeat jokes in general. I'm becoming my father.
Jeff just
hey,
said
do you
that on
guys
his
think?
podcast.
Do you guys think Lil Huddy's dad's name is Big Huddy?
Big honey.
Guess how many times you said that joke today?
How many times?
The fourth time I said it today.
It's the fourth time you said that joke.
Yeah, and this got the best laugh now.
Okay, I was thinking about this, right? I have to say this. He's such a sweet kid.
Yeah, he looks like a great kid.
No, I met him. He's very nice.
great.
Yeah, great kid. He's my boy. He's my friend.
He's very
nice?
nice.
Yeah.
Good.
But the name Lil Huddy, like when people would idolize people, like people in the past, you'd go Audrey Hepburn, Frank Sinatra. You know what I mean? Like when you think of names from the past. Yeah. But now imagine when we're gonna be like 95 and all the people are gonna go, remember Lil Huddy? Like it's crazy. It's such a different vibe. Like just in the names alone.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Even like Cardi B, Lil Xan,
Oh,
Lil Uzi Vert.
Lil Yachty.
Lil Baby and Da Baby.
Lil Baby and
There's two
like,
different
didn't
people.
Have names like that. Was there one like performer, someone you looked up to that had a weird name, like when you were growing up?
No, like just like Carrot Top, but that's
Okay,
count.
right.
He
Or
wasn't
like Salt and Pepper would probably be
Salt
the
and
weird
Pepper.
name.
Yeah, but they're not like they weren't like huge.
But now it's like, you know what I read somewhere? Is this? I don't know if this is real. Post Malone. He put his name into a rap generator, and that's how he came up with the name Post Malone.
You got to have some real balls to fucking put your name in a rap generator and go, "Yup, that's it." Okay, David, you've been in the house all day today because we can't go out anywhere. What did you do today? Like honestly, because I just tell us exactly what you did.
Okay, you want me to be completely honest?
What time did you wake up?
3:30.
Did you really?
Yes.
You woke up at 3:30?
No, I woke up at like 2:30.
Okay, and what'd you do?
I showered.
Did you listen to music in the shower?
Yeah.
Of course.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't even know what I did. I can't even tell you what I did yesterday.
I know for a fact that I watched you on the couch for an hour and a half do riddles with Taylor.
Well, yeah,
while your computer was next to you and nothing was being edited.
that was a strength exercise.
Okay.
But I'm good now.
Natalie, what else did he do?
He's literally just rolled around from every part. Like he's sat
trying
on
to
every
quarantine.
cushion on this couch.
I'm
at
just
least
doing
for
my
an hour
part. Why are you
today.
guys ganging up on me here?
No, I know you're doing your part, and that's great, but I think it's interesting.
I can't even get healthy
So
anymore.
funny.
Have you guys talked
I don't-
about why you don't post video podcasts
Why?
anymore? Because I really want to talk about that.
Yeah, tell them why.
Why don't you post video podcasts anymore?
Have I never told you like in real life, or do you just want to talk about it?
I actually want to talk about it.
I just don't like it because okay, here's the thing. I'm not the biggest fan of like listening to podcasts. Like I don't enjoy them as much as I like watching things. And I feel like for that reason, I don't want my podcast to be on a platform where people come to see me. Like I don't want it to be on YouTube because I don't want people to accidentally accidentally stumble into my podcast. Like, I want the people coming to my podcast to be genuinely curious about it, and they want to listen to what I have to say. I don't want them to like be seeing me in 4-minute bursts like they see on my main channel, and then all of a sudden they see me for 45 minutes, and it like kind of distorts their like idea of me.
I disagree with that. Because like your vlogs, 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Ooh, okay, what's this kid about? Like, I have no idea who this kid is because I see all his friends instead of him for like 4 minutes and 20 seconds. I want to learn more about him, so I'm going to watch a 45-minute podcast about you.
Right, but you're describing people that want to know more about me, and they can easily find out that I have a podcast, or they can find other interviews on YouTube. I just want to separate like the stuff that's meant to be visual and the stuff that's meant to be audible. I don't know. Jay, how do you? I know you disagree too, but how do you?
Yeah, I mean, I try really hard to like understand where you're coming from on that, and I do see the value.
I just feel like it's giving too much. I just think going from 4 minutes to 45 minutes is like not what people are used to, and I don't want someone that only follows me on YouTube to just like to see that side of me unless they want to. Like I want to maybe be like create the illusion of like the fun, fast, action-packed 4-minute videos and keep that like
just keep that illusion, yeah.
Right, and then like if they want to know more or if they want to see more, they can look me up or they can go on my Insta stories. I don't know. I may be completely wrong, but that's just how I look at it.
But there's also the other idea, which is that like if people saw more of you like that, they'd only be more interested in the videos.
Right. No, there's definitely like upsides and downsides. I don't know. I just think I don't know. There's this guy we met. He does his. Do you know what the community app is? You just text people. It doesn't post anywhere. It's not public. It just goes to people's phone numbers. And he was saying that he has a podcast just for people on his community app.
Wow.
So the only people that know about it are the people that have the phone number. So the only way it gets around is word of mouth. Like, hey, text this guy, because it's not posted anywhere.
Oh, wow.
It's really.
That's really smart.
Yeah, so like his listeners on his podcast are even more intimate than like having to find us on the iTunes store or Spotify.
Right.
And I think that's interesting too. Guys, Pepsi Cola has always been a product that evokes enjoyment, and in spite of the judgment that can now accompany its consumption, it is, and always has been, a refreshingly delicious indulgence. We believe the most enjoyable life is one that's free of constraints. I agree with that. You can create moments of unapologetic enjoyment, like no one's watching and nothing is holding you back. You are free. Free to do what you love, not what you should. Damn, dude, these Pepsi fucking ads are crazy, man.
Damn, these Pepsi ads are on a new level.
Yeah, these Pepsi. Let's change the name of the brand completely, Jay.
Okay, what do you want to call
it? Man, Pepsi. Drink Pepsi Cola. That's what you said. No, this is crazy. You'd think that it's just a drink, but at the end of the day, they're a lot more than that.
I just want people who drink Pepsi, I want them to be them and don't hold back and be true to yourself and enable you to live the best life possible.
Yeah, you could be free from judgment and full of joy, live every day confidently, fearlessly, full on. With the new year officially here and everyone vowing to restrictive resolutions, Pepsi wants to usher in the new decade a bit differently by encouraging everyone to unapologetically do what they enjoy, even in the face of others' judgment.
Dave, I'm cracking open a can of Pepsi right now. Ask me if I care what you think.
Do you care what I think about you?
I don't.
Fuck. Perfect. Pepsi.
That's me.
Pepsi, that's what I like. Guys, go get yourself a Pepsi. These ads are so weird because it doesn't say like where you can find a Pepsi. It's just like go get one. Like that's the ad of it.
Yeah.
The whole ad is get a Pepsi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of Pepsis today. I bought a case and I just set them on top of my mantle as decoration in my house. And then when I look at it, it's like looking at a trophy.
Yeah, Pepsis have a clean look to them.
Mm-hmm.
Pepsi, thanks for coming on board to the podcast. All in all, guys, Pepsi. That's what I like.
Thanks.
Hey, what the fuck?
Jonah just farted out of his mouth.
You are the one person that's been giving us shit the entire time about being sick, and you just gave the biggest sneeze ever.
Did he cover it?
I don't know if that was a sneeze or a fart or a cough.
He covered his mouth.
What if Jonah was the first zombie?
Bro, we would have nothing to worry about.
It would be so funny.
We were literally talking about that earlier today. We're like, what if like a zombie apocalypse happened? Jonah would be the first to die, like hands down.
100%. Jonah, come here.
Okay, this sounds completely weird, but ever since I was a kid, I've always had these fascinations of like a zombie apocalypse happening.
Sure.
And me like having like the sickest fucking car, like the sickest weapons, the plan, like a map, like literally what to do when a zombie fucking apocalypse happens.
Jonah,
and I drive toward the mountains.
Jonah, it takes you 45 minutes to get to the airport when you live 7 minutes away. I think you're going to have a hard time running from zombies.
Thank goodness zombies are slow.
If it takes him 3 hours to get ready for the airport, how long would it take him to like pack
Prepare
up
for the
for like the
apocalypse?
next 4 months?
That's the best thing about Jonah is like he doesn't realize how slow he is, and then he makes these like crazy imaginative comparisons to himself. Like this is the best way to describe Jonah. It takes him an hour to get out of bed, but he thinks he can kill all the zombies on planet Earth in 2 days.
Okay, I mean, listen, the zombie apocalypse is next, and I will prove it.
You'll prove it. Okay.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to it.
If the zombie apocalypse were to happen, would zombies be fast or would they be really slow like they are in the movies?
100% I think they'd be not any faster than humans.
So just as fast as that human can go.
Maybe, but probably slower because his body is like weaker, right? He's a zombie. Oh, yeah. The zombies are meant to walk slow.
Yeah, I understand that, but like in I Am Legend with Will Smith, all the zombies were faster than humans.
Right.
So which one would be more realistic? But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think
zombies are dead.
I think slower. Yeah. Because if you're dead, you're slow.
David, why don't you tell everybody your most memorable Zane moment?
My most memorable moment was Zane. I mean, off camera, it was like when I first met him. Like that, I don't know why, but he was like the first like Viner I met, and he had a lot of like he has one of the biggest accounts on Vine. You had a ton of followers. You were like over 3 million.
How many followers you had?
I feel like in our like corner of Viners, I don't know, what do you call it? Like in our group,
yeah, and
we had a lot.
In your style of Vines.
In our style of Vines, we were one of the top. I think we had like 4 by the time Vine was.
My first memory was I think I had like 600,000 followers, and I was going to visit, and I don't know who did I DM you? Oh yeah,
you said something about, hey, I'm coming to LA, I want to meet you guys. Let's Vine or something.
Oh, you must have already been following me.
Yeah, we already followed each other.
Zane was the one that followed me. Isn't that crazy that like Zane at one point was like, I like this kid.
Yeah, no,
isn't that crazy to think about?
It's crazy. Heath. I feel like Heath didn't do a lot of the pushing. He just like, we would make Vines, he would scroll through, but he would never actually like Vines or follow people because I never saw them I liked or like everything that was liked and followed. I did it. I just don't think Heath like
that's a really
cared about it.
Weird thing to like think about that. Like at one point, Zane saw me for the first time and was like, "This is funny." Follow, and then now we're here. Like that's such a crazy thing.
I remember it was it was 3 Vines that I scrolled through and then I followed you after. One of them was the banana Vine where you're like. It was like you had a banana in your hand. It was about a condom. It was like, now everybody drop your pants.
Oh yeah. I
did the same thing. I saw your Vines and wherever I was, I didn't know Zane yet, and I was like, oh, that kid's really funny.
No, but that's crazy. Like when
it's your bits that you do right now. I feel like you still take those like that style and you throw in your vlogs.
Well, it was like misdirection. It was like It was, but yeah, Jason. I remember I was in school. And Jason DM'd me funny Vines, man, and I got so fucking excited.
Funny Vines, man.
And I showed all my friends, and I showed my teachers, and I would go.
Oh, really? Jason?
Yeah, Jason DM'd me. He was the first big Viner to DM me, and I was fucking freaking out. And I showed I had to explain to my teachers what Vine was, and then I had to show them that like how big Jason was on it. And I was like, this guy said I have funny Vines, and they were just like, what's going on? Why are you so excited?
So funny. I didn't even think anything of it.
And I tweeted it, and like someone even responded saying, "That's how you know you made it."
That's so crazy.
Meanwhile, I have no money. I'm going through a divorce. My kids fucking are crying at night when I put them to sleep. I'm living in a studio apartment.
Heath and I were the complete opposite. Whenever like when someone we really liked our Vines or followed us, we just saw and went cool and swiped through. We never like freaked out like that.
Oh really?
Yeah, no. Like you know what we did once? We were collabing with Marcus Johns for the first time, and we freaked out. We're like, oh my god, we're about to meet a celebrity. It was fucking nuts.
Oh wow.
Marcus Johns. It was the first Viner we collabed with.
You guys were also like you and Jason were on a complete different like playing field than me. Like I was like a smaller Viner. You guys were like household name Viners.
Yeah.
Like if someone watched Vines, I'd be able to go, you know, Jason Nash, and they'd be like, yeah.
We were Viners that joined the first like 6 months after the Vine came out, right? It was either the first 6 months or a year.
Early, yeah.
We just found it and we're like, oh shit.
Crazy
okay.
that how not tech savvy Jason is. He still found Vine before me. Like that's fucking.
It was
crazy.
through friends. I feel like you had a lot of friends that were like filming. What?
Brittany Furlong.
Yeah.
She introduced you to it. That's fucking crazy.
No, I mean I had it, but once I made a Vine with her, then I got a small following.
And when it was like in that moment, that peak moment where you're collabing with Viners, you were soaring. It was crazy. It was like
so yeah, that's my first memory with Zane is when I came over there. I texted him and he wasn't responding to me. So I just
you guys heard that?
I started Ubering over there, right? Yeah. Early without him responding because I'm like, he'll respond, and he didn't respond. So I went to go sit at like a Carl's Jr. or Jack in the Box, sort of down the street from you, and I just sat there for like an hour waiting.
What?
Yeah. And I was like sitting, waiting for this guy to respond to me. I was like, man, I hope this big viner responds to me.
Hold on, didn't we have like each other's numbers at this point?
Yeah, but you didn't text me back. I don't think it was DMs, but like you weren't like picking up like something.
Oh fuck! It's because when people say like, "Hey, I'm on my way," I don't normally respond. I take that like in my head. I'm like, "Okay, he's on his way. He'll knock on the door when he gets here."
Sure. And then I remember Zane got me downstairs, and we came up, and was it me and Alex?
It was you and Alex, yeah.
And we came up, and I just remember seeing Heath. I don't know what he was doing, if he was like rolling a joint.
I think he was smoking a cigarette outside on the balcony.
And I remember him like ashing the cigarette out before coming through the patio to come talk to me. Like that was my first sign of him just throwing a cigarette.
It's like a movie in the back of a nightclub. Just like the guy puts a cigar down and goes,
there he is. Yeah, it was real.
Did Heath have his mullet?
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, Heath looked like really funny.
Yeah, we were at our worst, definitely.
Yeah,
Heath was at his worst,
which means that they were at their prime. That's when they were like peak funny. Like when I saw Heath and Heath gave me like that smile, like that like Floridian hospitality type of smile. You're just like, oh, okay, you know this guy's funny.
Yeah, I love Heath. He's so fucking hilarious.
I wish I could watch videos of me and you interacting, Jason, at your premiere. Like I wonder what I said to you at your premiere.
I know what you said.
Like I know I came up to you and but like more than just.
All you said was good job, man. That was it. You didn't talk to me at all. And then I got my premiere. I got really high. It was the worst night ever.
At your premiere?
Yeah.
Why was it bad?
Like deathly high.
Was it at iPic?
iPic. Yeah.
And I saw you. I didn't know you really. I saw you at the table, just like on like the table, like rolling around.
Yeah, it was
just like
that's crazy. That was all of our
ever.
first time at iPic, and it was at your fucking premiere.
Wait, what?
That was my first time at iPic. Was
really
his premiere?
Night. I don't know. It was the worst.
I remember seeing it. I was like, oh my god, what is this place?
Someone handed me a joint. Someone I didn't know, and I smoked it the night of the premiere, and I like literally had to go outside. I was like on the sidewalk outside. I told Natalie this happens to me once a year. I smoke too much pot, and I literally have to go to the hospital. I mean, I've never been to the hospital,
right,
but it's like that.
For people who don't know, you made a movie called FML.
Yep.
How much did it cost to make?
1.5.
1.5 million.
That's a lot of money.
It's not though.
No, I'm saying like, where did you get that money from?
I just got it from an investor.
And what happened?
Was it easy to get an investor on board with your movie?
Yeah.
It was.
It was.
Why? What made it so? You just had so many actors attached to it. He was like, "Yeah, I can give you $1 million."
The movie was sold somewhere else too, and then eventually I took it away from them, and then
I
don't know. I wrote the script and they liked it. It was a disaster though.
Okay. And how much did it make?
Nothing. Like they've never made their money back.
Right. So it made under $1 million.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay the investors back, right? They just Are they mad at you?
They shouldn't be, because I feel like they could sell it somewhere. No matter what you think of the movie, I feel like they could sell it somewhere, but they just haven't.
Right.
And these guys, they know the risk when like these investors that put money into any movie in Hollywood. Right. I feel like it's just they know the risk. They're not going to get pissed.
A bunch of movies. It wasn't just okay. But the moment when you're at the premiere, everyone watches your movie. What goes through your head? Are you like, fuck, I don't think this is going to sell? Or, oh my God, this is going to be a hit?
I was like, fuck, no one's laughing, and I thought it was funny.
Oh, shit.
It was bad.
I didn't even think about the fact that you're sitting there watching with everybody. Like,
I was like, wow. Because I had brought people in to watch it, and they were like, this is good. And they were like, laugh points. Like, I worked really hard on it. And then when I showed it there was like 2 screenings, and I only could be in one room. That one room was like dead. It was like not, I don't know.
That'd be terrifying making a movie and just like sitting there watching everybody I know watch it.
Bro, I was just thinking, it's like comedy movies, like you can easily tell when everybody's enjoying it. But we were all sitting here watching Eagle Eye yesterday, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, I wonder if I made Eagle Eye, what I would think of everybody watching now. Because when you watch a movie that's like a thriller, you just sit there. You don't say a word. There's no emotion on your face.
Right.
So, like, I can't imagine, like, being a producer of a movie like that and then, like, sitting around everyone that's watching the movie and you're just like, are they liking it? I won't know till this ends.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Like, in comedy, you can judge because there's laughter. But, like, you guys were just sitting around. I, like, literally felt the need to ask you guys, what do you guys think so far?
But then
I feel like you can tell when everyone's just so focused on the movie, no one's looking at their phones, like everyone's just straight on watching. I feel like that's how you can tell, because none of us said one word the entire time.
Right.
We were staring right at the screen the entire like 3-hour movie.
Right.
It was tough because it was like they gave you they go, okay, we'll give you the money, and you go, okay, great. Oh my God, I'm gonna get to make a movie.
How long did it take?
And you have to remember, like, I didn't have YouTube, I didn't have Vine, so this was it. I did have Vine. No, Vine was over. Vine was like slowing down. So I was like, okay, this is it. This is all I have. I'll do the best I can. So then they go, here's the money. And they go, okay, you have 2 weeks to shoot it.
Oh, shit.
2 weeks. So you're like, fuck, that's not enough time. And then you go and then you call like Rob Hubel, who's like big comedy. You call all the actors that were in the other thing. They're like, no, we're busy those 2 weeks. So then I made a huge mistake in being like, okay, I'm just going to make it. And not being like, you know what? Let's wait until I can get more
of the actors
of the caliber of people I had in the other movie. That was the mistake I made. Because they were like, we need to go now.
Instead, you got David Dobrik and Alex Ernst.
And Liza Koshy.
Right.
Right.
Which, not to say the three of you weren't great.
No, sure.
But like, I know I just made a huge mistake. I should have waited.
Out of the 1.5 million or whatever the investors gave you, how much of that did you cut to yourself? Like, what was your payout for working on it for like 2 months?
All I got was writer fee and actor fee, and that's it.
Okay, which is like how much?
$20K.
Wow. So for that time you didn't get paid really anything.
No.
That's insane.
But then when it was done, I got more offers to like make things, but no one wanted to pay me. They just wanted to be like, yeah, go write this. Like, we have an idea. It's a buddy weed movie. Go write it, and then you can direct it if the script's good. Because the movie business is just fucking really hard.
It's crazy.
So hard.
It's crazy that you work on something for so long, and then it's one night you figure out whether or not people like it.
Yeah.
And then it just goes fucking downhill.
Yeah.
And it's also crazy if you make the best movie, you ride that shit for the rest of your fucking life. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, you make the best movie forever. Forever it will be referenced. Forever people will talk about it. People will show it to their kids. Like, that's crazy.
And then you make it a 5-part series. You make 4 more movies after that.
It's high risk, high reward.
Do people even like comedies your age anymore?
There's just none that's been made.
I don't get it.
The last good comedy that like I think I saw was like This Is the End, or what was that?
Office Christmas Party.
Office Christmas Party was pretty good.
Yeah, I went to that screening with you guys.
Yeah, that was a funny movie.
Good.
I was laughing throughout the movie. Like, I haven't laughed like that.
The interview was really funny when you had it on.
Yeah, we just watched the interview. We're fucking dying. No, but yeah, like this original Seth Rogen and like Jonah Hill movies, like and James Franco. James Franco's so fucking funny. He's so funny.
He's good.
He's just so likable. Any character he does is just so likable.
Why don't they make comedy movies? There's got to be a million scripts
it's
out
because
there.
there's no one funny. I feel like there's no one really funny like that anymore, right?
How could that be?
No,
I don't
Jason,
know.
I think it's genuinely like, and this sounds crazy and so stupid and like juvenile, but like I feel like comedy is just like so it just moves so much quicker. Like, just jokes are just like, I don't know. Like with TikTok, everything's so fucking quick that by the time you make a movie, everything is just like, we've seen this joke already. We've seen this type of humor.
Yeah.
Like, humor's so like trendy now. We haven't had like a really good like new writer or director come out like Jonah Hill or like Seth Rogen. Like, we haven't had those guys. Like, we haven't had young kids come up and write stuff about their lives that's more relatable to today's kids. Like, we haven't had that kind of a movie in a while.
All that was made possible by Judd Apatow too. He shepherded all those guys in. So that's what Seth Rogen should do. Seth Rogen should find
the next wave.
The next him.
Do you think people are going to stop having sex? Like, do you think there'll be less babies in 9 months?
No, there'll be more.
No, they're on quarantine.
The babies?
Yeah, but everyone that is quarantined together is just fucking, right? Like, they have nothing better to do.
Yeah, me and Natalie have been going crazy. It's just us two in this fucking house.
David made me answer on the live. We did the live today on Instagram, and he made me answer. He was like, how long will it take for you to be in quarantine before you have sex with me?
No, I said hook up. And it was because someone else asked me. They were like, have you and Natalie had sex yet? And I was like, no, we haven't. They're like, how many months would it take for you to be in quarantine to have sex?
He said 2 years.
And I was like, 2 years.
2 years.
2 years. Mr. Hornbag over here.
Wait, hold on. You think 2 years isn't a long time?
If you're stuck in quarantine with one other person?
Oh, yeah. I think it would take me longer. Yeah.
You think it would take you 2 years?
I think it would take me longer than 2 years.
You find Natalie that disgusting that it'll take you 2 years to have sex with her?
So crazy.
I mean, it's not disgusting.
Two good-looking, same-aged people.
It's just, oh my God. I
literally male
sound,
and female heterosexual.
I sound like I'm making this up completely. I sound like an 8th grade boy who's like saying he doesn't have a crush on Natalie. But like, I'm so not into Natalie that I cannot see a world at all where that's happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I got it.
But yeah, I would say I'd say 2 years is like early. I mean, how long would it take you? You said 5 years, so don't even fucking look at me.
Well, yeah, because I was so insulted by your 2 years.
Oh, first of all, when I say 2 years, it doesn't mean that like I think you're very pretty. I think you're one of the prettiest people out there, but just completely not my type. Does that make sense?
How am I not your type? We're best friends.
No, you're like really cool, but like, just sexually, like, or like, like, that's why I said.
You two are both fucking 11 years old.
Okay, hold on.
The two of you.
Stop. How many years would you have to be in quarantine or months
I don't
to
know.
hook up with me? And forget what I said. Pretend I haven't answered yet.
Well, first of all, okay, here's where I think it also differs a little bit. Like,
how long would you have to be stuck in the same house with me?
well, I would probably get really bored, like really quick, as I have now. You know.
Also, right now.
No.
I'm bored now. No. Please have sex with me.
No.
Okay, so how long?
If you and I were stuck in a house together.
Okay, first of all,
don't pull the leg away on the most interesting thing you've
less
said.
Than a year, less than a year for sure. I don't know. You're making me feel gross. I'm looking at you and I'm thinking about having sex with you. It's fucking disgusting.
Oh, fuck. I spilled tea all over my crotch. Time out. Less than a year?
I think so.
Really? Wow, that's crazy. What do you think about that, Jason? You think that's accurate?
Yeah, she sounds right on the money.
How long do you think it would take me?
To have sex with her?
Okay, hold on.
I guarantee you, if you're trapped with Natalie after 6 months and she made a move on you, you'd be like, okay.
Oh, man.
I guarantee.
No, you got it so wrong. Actually, maybe you're right.
Why does that sound insane?
Because I feel like less than a year is kind of what we're going to be in. Like, I feel like that's the situation where, like, we're going to be quarantined for that long.
Oh, shit. Todd, you better get over here, bro.
So you're saying... No. I think that's really interesting.
No, we're talking about quarantine. Like, no other people.
Right,
nothing.
No other people.
Yeah, like,
you and I are
on a
stuck in this
space station.
house.
Yeah, on a space station. Yeah. Do astronauts have sex?
Oh, yeah.
You think?
Oh, big time.
If I was an astronaut, I'd be nervous to have sex. Where do you have sex where there aren't cameras?
I
feel like the entire.
I don't think they have sex.
They don't have sex, right?
I doubt it.
It's like being at work. But sometimes they go, like, if Natalie was an astronaut, obviously she couldn't be up there for longer than a year or else she'd start fucking the astronauts. According to her theory. But some astronauts, don't they go up there for like a couple months?
They poop in space.
Yeah, that's crazy to me too. How the fuck do they poop? Oh, it's a vacuum, right?
What do you mean it's a vacuum?
It's
like
under them is like a vacuum, so when the poop comes out, it sucks.
They put a vacuum hose up to their butt?
No, I think what they're pooping into is like a vacuum. I'm making this up.
This is an area. We should look this up.
No, fuck it.
Okay.
No,
cool.
fuck it. Let's
They poop in a vacuum.
Listen. If I was in space and I had to poop somewhere,
and they catch their cum in a cup.
the catching the cum in the cup was a little bit of a stretch, but I think they do poop in a vacuum.
Okay, like a hose.
Yeah, like kind of like a funnel, because like something has to suck it in, or else it'll just float around and hit their butt as it's floating in the toilet.
You don't think there's a toilet on the space station?
But Jay, it's zero gravity. Wow, look at this. I made this up. Astronauts can urinate into a long tube with a vacuum system sucking away the waste, or they can sit down on a special space toilet. Basically sucks in the waste.
Space toilet.
All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have for today's podcast. Tune in next week to see if Natalie and I are any closer to hooking up because of this quarantine. Mm-hmm. We'll keep you guys updated. Oh, by the way, Tesla stock is at 361 right now.
Really?
It was at 950 3 weeks ago.
Oh my god!
Wow.
It's at 361 now.
Oh my god!
That's insane. So if you guys gotta go buy stock, go buy some stock.
Wash your hands. Stay
Wash
away
your hands,
from people.
Buy some stock.
Flatten the curve.
We'll see you guys later. This is the Fuse Podcast. My name is Jeff. Bye.